If your cat is always checking on you, take it as a compliment. Because while some pet owners can really struggle to get their cat's attention and enjoy those occasions of affection, if your cat is eager and willing to approach you without as much as a hint of engagement, you're doing something right. In this material, we'll go through several of the most notable reasons as to why your cat could be in close contact with you. We'll also talk about what each one really means for you as an owner, and what it could indicate with respect to how your cat views you and the overall relationship. If your feline companion is checking in on you, then they'll certainly want to join you for this video. Interesting topic, and I've got you covered. Stay tuned. One of the first things to know about felines, especially as it relates to humans, is that cats don't just give their time away so easily. It takes a lot to make a cat want to do something without being coaxed in the slightest. In the big picture, one of the most important reasons as to why a cat will check in involves the bond that has been formed, the love, the trust, the loyalty. If your cat has grown to view you as a vital part of their life, and really that anchor of support, they'll be far more inclined to check in on you, to make sure that you're okay and to show their affection for you. If your cat really loves you, they'll always want to know that you're close. Another reason for the checkup involves a bit of hard wiring. Cats are naturally curious, and some felines will check in with their owners just to see what's going on. It's just too difficult to sit out on the sidelines. Cats will want to see what their owners are doing, even if it doesn't involve them at all. So, on some level, your cat could be checking in on you while the action itself really has nothing to do with you. It's just that curiosity. It has won the day. As a cat owner, you run the show. Now, while your cat would likely have something to say about that very statement, your pet is under your roof, and you provide all of the essentials. And whether your cat will ever want to give you credit or not, your pet has been with you for a good while. If they have been with you for a good while, they certainly know the truth. And in fact, it's this truth that leads us to another reason for the checkup, and that's to make sure the security and the comfort that your cat has come to enjoy that you provide is still very much in place. Cats are curious animals, but when they find something good, they often need a bit of reassurance. Your cat could be approaching you at random times just to see if the trains are running on time, to see if you're doing your job, to see if everything is okay. Another reason for the checkup and the check-in is the social aspect of it all. If a bond has been formed, then your cat naturally will want the physical benefits of this bond. They'll want the food and the water, of course, but they'll also long for the petting sessions and the playtime, the benefits of attention. The checking in on you could in fact be your cat's way of wanting you to check in with them. Checking in, it can also be a bit educational. One of the biggest ways cats learn is through observation, simply being around you and the way you act and do things. It can rub off on a cat. Do you have a senior cat in your home? Is your cat's personality not much unlike your very own? If so, there's a respectable chance that over time your cat, through watching you, just being around you, has picked up on a few things. Through observation, your cat likely knows what's about to happen even before it does actually transpire. At some point, you almost become an open book. You're far from a stranger and you're very much predictable in the eyes of your feline. Thanks to years of checking in on you and observing you, your cat likely knows you just as well as the closest people in your life. Everything that makes you, you. Your cat has likely picked up on everything through years of close observation. Think of it this way, your cat's been taking notes when you had no idea. And because cats do pick up on things, it should come as no surprise that cats likely they'll approach and check in on you when they sense something is just not quite right, when something is wrong. Something's just a bit off. If you're acting in a strange way, not following through with a routine, your cat will likely check in on you to make sure that you're okay and that everything around you is okay. After all, if something is wrong with you, it will likely impact your cat's day-to-day life. If your routine is off, their routine could be in jeopardy. So much of checking in during times of uncertainty, it's just as much for your cat as it is actual concern for you. If you have a cat-friendly environment, have always given your pet the basics, those key essentials, and have developed a bond of love and trust over the years, you should expect your cat to check in on you several times per day. Just as children in the home will check in on their parents, this is not too much unlike what cats do when they become comfortable in a certain environment around certain people. From personal experience, my senior cat Burl, especially in the last handful of years of his life, he developed his very own routine. He really didn't check in with me as much as he stayed with me. He wasn't too much about walking around and exploring. He just wanted to stay near me. This was his routine, especially his night routine. He always knew where I was because if I was in the home, he was there with me. Being that we are Senior Cat Wellness, if you have a senior feline, does your cat exhibit any of the notable reasons that I've mentioned here today? Or does your pet somewhat have their own little routine and very own way in which they associate with you? Has it become difficult for your cat to check in on you simply because they're just always with you? If you have anything interesting to share about this topic as it relates to taking care of a senior cat, please share your story in that comment section below. And speaking of the comment section below, that'll just about do it for this video. Not yet, but just about do it for this video. The cats are checking in on me right now to make sure that I've covered everything and to make sure it's done and done quite well. But like I mentioned with respect to senior cats, if your pet, just regardless of age, sort of has their own schedule when it comes to checking in on you, please let me know. It should be noted that even with all of these notables, the common reasons, even the not so common, let's not ignore personality. Just like people, cats have their very own quirks and their own behaviors that make them so very unique. Is your cat's idea of checking in nothing more than waiting on you? Does your cat wait for you outside of the shower? Does your cat wait for you to wake up in the morning and for you to feed them? Does your cat wait at the door for you to come home after a long day at work or school? For some cats, the idea of checking in is really all about waiting on and waiting for. Your cat's personality, that can change the game dramatically. To the audience of Senior Cat Wellness, your thoughts and personal stories, that comment section, as always, it's all yours. If you enjoyed this content, please give the video a like and subscribe to the channel. I'd love to have you as a member of the Senior Cat Wellness family. And until next time, thank you so very much for watching, and I will talk to you later.